Good evening. My name is Helena Stengel, and I am a proud member of the Association House Board of Directors, and I am also the Vice Chair of the Board Development and Fundraising Committee. First, on behalf of the entire Board of Directors, we are beyond excited to share the incredible program in store for you tonight. But first, thank you. Thank you for shining a bright light on and for supporting the critical work that is underway at Association House. What begins at Association House changes the lives of our participants, of their families and their loved ones, and it uplifts our beautiful communities. The Association House brings hope, it brings authentic engagement, opportunity, and an evergreen commitment to learning and growing that honors the vibrancy of each and every participant. So again, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for supporting Association House, and thank you for helping us get this night started.
President and CEO of Association House of Chicago.
And I'm Tad Ingles, Association House Board Chair. Together, we have the pleasure of welcoming you to our first virtual Faces of Hope Gala.
Association House has a 122-year history of meeting the most pressing needs of our community. And I'm proud of how Association House has continued to live into our mission through the pandemic. Whether through a move to virtual services, increased food and rental assistance, or new workforce programs that responded to the current crisis, Association House was here. In 2020, we proudly served thousands of individuals.
In 2020, we also celebrated the 47-year legacy of Harriet Sadauskas, who retired from her role as President and CEO in December. Tonight, we're incredibly proud to honor Harriet with a Spirit of Hope Award.
We'll also hear directly from our second Spirit of Hope awardee, Dr. Marina Del Rios, a doctor and vocal public health advocate who has become a champion for vaccine and health equity for the BIPOC residents hardest hit by the pandemic.
And most importantly, we'll celebrate the work that's made possible by your contributions. And we're going to ask for your continued investment and support.
For now, we're going to turn our show over to a familiar face to many, Keith Jones, our auctioneer and MC for the evening.
Welcome and enjoy.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you, Tad and Juan Carlos. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Virtual Faces of Hope in support of Association House of Chicago. We have an incredible program for you this evening with two feature films, Spirit of Hope Award to Harriet Sadauskas and Dr. Marina Del Rios, a Fundany, the all-important, the live auction, the raffle. We have a great night planned for you. We're so excited everybody's here. Granted, a little different than we originally planned, but the need is still the same. We need your help. So I hope you have grabbed your Tito's cocktail or your mocktail, soft drink, or whatever beverage of your choice. Sit back and enjoy the next hour with us. We have so many great features. You're going to learn a little bit more about the Association House. You're going to learn a little bit more about some individuals, but most importantly, keep yourself ready to donate and donate and donate. If you have not registered yet, it is so simple. All you have to do, Association House, which is one word, 56651. That's Association House, 56651. Now, you should be watching us on a big screen or a laptop. It's so much easier. Use your smartphone. Bid on your smartphone, donate on your smartphone. At the very top, you will see a donate button. On the lower left, you will see a chat button that you can push in, hit chat, write something to us. We're monitoring it. We'll maybe say a few of them here and there, but please make sure you are registered. Our raffle, we have a spectacular raffle tonight. You get your choice of three trips that you can choose from, one being the Island Getaway to Hilton Head, always fun, Southwest Adventure in Albuquerque, or Explore the City in Denver, one of the popular destinations. Now, all three trips are great. When you're the winner, you can choose which one you want. And you're wondering, how can I do that? Well, let me tell you. For $100, you can join. You have an opportunity to win. For $100. We're only selling 100 tickets. So if you wanted to buy 5 tickets, that's $500. That would even increase your odds even more. But most importantly, please, we have a few left. I know we've sold a bunch already, but we have a few left. Donate now. Something else that's really cool this year that when you're in person, we don't get as much. You can donate starting now, whether it's on your silent auction. The live auction, don't wait till the live. Start bidding on it now. We have 4 great items you're really going to love. You can see them. We'll talk about them in a little more detail as we go on. But bid on them now. Bid on the Fund a Need. Bid on the silent auction. Buy the raffle tickets. As they said, my name's Keith Jones, and I can honestly tell you I'm so excited to be back this year. We're going to start the evening. Really a great video. One of our feature films. I am so excited. You're going to love Jose's story. Jose began coming to the Association House 2 years ago and has quickly become a leader in the program. When lockdown came, Jose continued to reach out to his friends in the Life Skills Education Fund program. What a great program. By the way, a program that your dollars are helping fund. You're going to love it. He was on every Zoom call. This is so cool. When you meet Jose, do this video, you're going to see the joy and excitement that this young man brings. But he was also one of the first participants when we were able to get back to in-person learning, which resumed in March. I am so excited. I hope you enjoy Jose's story.
This is me. My name is Jose. I am 24 years old. I live in Chicago, the West Side. This is my dog, Coffee. We also have a bird and some fish, but they don't have names. This is my brother, Malachi. He makes me laugh. This is my mom, Silvana. She helps with everything. I like to draw and exercise. I want to get strong. I like to listen to rock and roll. I dream about helping people all around the world. I live with a disability. What is part of who I am is not all of me. I go to the Association House from Chicago. I am in the Life Skills and Education program. Before I came here, I was so shy. I didn't want to talk to no one.
Cuando José nació, era feliz. Al crecer, aprendimos a cuidarnos el uno al otro. Me di cuenta que estábamos luchando los dos. Y él tiembla, y yo no sé qué tiene. Nunca en mi vida yo había escuchado los ataques epilépticos, que era lo que estaba pasando. Lo único que yo quería era que alguien me dijera que él estaba bien. Entonces ya me dijeron que él tenía ataques epilépticos severos, que eran irreversibles, había dañado un poco de su cerebro, le iba a perjudicar en que no iba a aprender. Pero empezaron las terapias. Y yo cada día que pasaba, cada año que pasaba, yo miraba como mi niño saliendo adelante. Aprendí a pelear más que nada. Entonces he aprendido hasta expresarme por parte de José. Está perdiendo la vista poco a poco. Creo que lo asusta. Tal vez estará completamente ciego. Yo estaba buscando un programa o una agencia para apoyarlo. Quería un lugar que fuera bilingüe, por eso elegimos Association House. Pues yo buscaba que él pudiera estar seguro, que pudiera tener amistades, que pudiera expresarse, que pudiera jugar. De inmediato noté una gran diferencia en José. Ahora es más feliz. Lo emparejaron con alguien de su edad que está pasando por los mismos desafíos. Hizo una gran diferencia.
I'm really proud stepping up and talking to everyone. It was scary at first, then I made friends. Now I talk to them a lot. Before I came here, I struggled with believing myself. I never give up. I don't want to be blind. I want to try new things. I want to help others. I told my mom about other people who I met who needed help. She found a way to support them too. Sometimes I need lunch or Christmas gifts, and I'm really happy we can do it.
In our building, everything matters. Every role, from staff to participant, is important and respected across the board. Jose's story exemplifies what Association House is all about. His family represents just one of 4,000 individuals that we serve. These stories are personal accounts of larger systemic issues at play in our society. Until society makes those structural changes, houses like ours will need financial support to fill those gaps. In 1899, when Association House was founded, new immigrants worked 12 hours a day to make just $6 a week. They needed help to find shelter, food, and resources. They needed help that the system failed to provide. Today, the urgency of community needs are increasing, and the equitable gap is getting greater. The average median income of a Chicago resident is $4,800 per month. The average individual served by Association House lives on just $562 per month. The individual is not at fault. This is a failure of opportunity. At Association House, we rise to the challenge. Our programs provide the community with the catalyst they need to live lives they dream of. They come through the door ready to transform their lives. We offer them the opportunity that society doesn't, providing high quality, impactful, trauma-informed services for an underserved multicultural community.
My life is really different now, in the best way. This place is a new start, and I only started 2 years ago. I'm living my dream talking to you. I'm helping people like Association House help me. That's when you come in. It's time to step up and join me. Time to take big risks. Imagine the impact that we can have together. It will be amazing.
Did I not tell you you would fall in love with Jose and his friends? Is that not a spectacular story? And to think, all that in 2 years, look how far he's come. And you know how? By coming here, having the programs, reaching out to his fellow classmates, students, peers. Look how far they've come. And your donations are making a difference. There it is right there. I'm so excited for him and his family and all the other wonderful students that come here. Ladies and gentlemen, as Jose says, it's time to step up and join in. It's time to take a big risk. Jose is one of thousands who come to Association House seeking opportunity. I'm joined tonight by Vice President Julie Rodriguez and Clinical Director Tanya Wade. They'll share some of those stories of impact as we ask for your investment. That investment is a nice way of saying, keep on donating with that button up on top. Every donation helps. Now, I know you're usually at an event and we normally have you with numbers and you have a bidder number. When I call out a number, $5,000, all of you raise your hand and I call out the number. Obviously, we can't do that tonight. So I'm going to give you a quick rundown of the numbers we're going to ask, but you can donate any dollar amount at any time. For example, whether it's $5,000, $2,500, $1,500, $1,000, $500, $250, $100, $50, whatever dollar amount you want to donate, just push it in. It's that simple. It works that well. We are excited. We have a modest goal tonight, only $115,000, and we are 78% of the way there. 78%. Skyline Design, $10,000 they've donated. Really cool. Paul Metzger, $5,000. That is unbelievable. We thank you. That's 20,000 right there. Keep those donations coming. I am so excited. Julie, Tanya, is this a great way to get started or what?
Wonderful.
Welcome.
Great night.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. As we go through it and just keep those donations coming. And Monica Torres, thank you for your donation. I'm going to ask some questions through it, but like for $5,000 is the big risk level that Jose was talking about, as I said earlier. This is what ensures Association House is here for people like Jose. Julie, what does Jose's story mean to you?
Oh my gosh, Keith. Wow. Well, first, let me say congratulations to Jose and his family for all the success that you've achieved thus far. And we look forward to all of the next successes within your journey. But Keith, the story, honestly, I'm really moved by it, to be honest. It reminds me personally how powerful hope and determination can be. And as I see the family together in their home and walking so happily through the community, just how powerful the love of family is.
Absolutely. I
think that the incredible opportunity that exists when determined families and trusted community organizations come together, that is what we are about. And that's what this reminds me of, is the opportunity that exists.
Yeah. Thank you. Tanya, I'm going to ask you a hard-cutting question. What does Jose's story mean to you?
Well, thanks, Keith. Jose's story is a beautiful testament of a mother's love, self-determination, advocacy, and the power of community. It means we created and maintained a safe, enriching environment where participants can fulfill their goals, fellowship with others, and step out of their shells to become the person they've always wanted to be. I feel Jose's story is emblematic of our mission. It's our mission personified.
Exactly.
That's awesome. You've heard me say this before at our last event, but it's so true. Mm-hmm. Your donation will make a difference in someone's life that you may never know. Mm-hmm. They may never know you, but you will change their life forever. And there is nothing more powerful than that. So keep your donations coming. Kathleen Smith, $2,000. I thank you so much.
Nice.
We have somebody that I am absolutely excited about. It is the anonymous bidder, the anonymous donor for $3,000. We thank you so much. Nice. Keep those numbers coming. How do you not get excited? Mike Mackey, your $1,000 is much appreciated. Please keep those donations coming. By the way, if you can't get excited, I know you're sitting at home and you are watching this. And once again, with your mocktail, your cocktail from Tito's, they're a sponsor. I know you're watching. I know you're having fun with it. But please, please continue to bid on the Fund a Need, the silent auction. Buy your raffle tickets. Let's not forget that. Yes. For $2,500, it will help a semester of hands-on support for a high school student, giving that student a second chance for a high school diploma. Also, specialized bank work job training for 5 people that will lead to full-time, livable wage employment in the financial sector, stabilizing their families, which we all know is so important. Julie, both of these programs continued during the pandemic. How did you see the association step up during this past year?
Oh, sure. You know what, Keith, this was a hard year, but our staff pivoted very quickly. You mentioned our high school and our job training. program with our BankWorks Financial Careers Training Program. And they not only had to convert everything from in-person to a tele-training opportunity, you can imagine how many students were at home trying to learn. This really highlighted for us the fact that we still struggle with access for our community to technology supports, internet services, and there are a lot of opportunities out there, but when there are 4, 5, 6 people at home, we know how tough that can be. But our staff did the training. They had high attendance levels. They really did everything to engage our students. We also offered in behavioral health our telehealth services for counseling, primary care, and psychiatric services, especially with mental health issues rising right now. That was amazing. And I think that honestly, the basic needs were really evident that they were needed. We had so many families that lost wages or jobs because of the lockdown or continued pandemic closures. And we were able to provide emergency food and utility support for families so they could stay in their homes. We were provided support to do all of those kinds of things, but to be honest with you, those were expenses that weren't planned for. And we didn't let anyone go. We tried everything we could to engage our community. I will say, even in our child welfare division, any families that have been separated through the year, the expectation was for them to have a visit with their family member via Zoom. Can you imagine what it's like to have a mother or a father trying to have a contact with their 1-year-old through Zoom? What our staff did was they weren't going to allow that, right? So they got PPE, full guard for themselves, for others. We even had, the neighbor helping neighbor concept. We had people hand make them for us when PPE supplies were not available. And they made sure that those families could connect in person when appropriate. And for that, we can't thank our teams enough. But in spite of all of the good work and support we did receive to do this, there were many unexpected expenditures. And tonight, we're just so thrilled about where we're at right now, but tonight is a perfect way to continue to help us to meet these needs.
Who plans for a pandemic, right? But you had just said the exact reason why you should be donating. For all your donations, if you're wondering where the money's going, I've said it before, there is just another reason why you should continue to donate. We are up to $93,000 on our way to 115 and past it. So we definitely want to go past it. It doesn't mean we stop at 115. We just are reaching that goal and moving on. Merrick Hatcher, thank you, thank you, thank you. Mike Houlihan, thank you for your $1,000 donation. Yes. Rob Person, another $1,000 donation. I am super excited. We want to thank you so much for that. Okay. Scott Mendel, thank you for your donation. And Ted Perzanowski, I apologize. Perzanowski, our heart is with you. We really appreciate, but I'm sure I'm not the first person to mispronounce your name. But we really appreciate the bit. Don't forget, when you are donating, all you have to do is go up on top and hit that green button. Bam, bam, bam. It's easy. It's easy to do. You can still watch it. We're almost done, but we're going to continue through it. $1,500. Trauma-informed mental health counseling for an individual in need. Tanya, yes. Far be it from me. But everything that you hear, everything that you read, besides what you normally do through a quote unquote normal year at Association House, this last year with pandemic just had to make it, right? What inspires you to do the work that you do?
Yeah, Keith, it was a extremely tough year. But, for myself, being in service to others has been my personal mission since I was a teenager. Just this morning, Mary Gonzalez, the team lead and supervisor of the Drop-In Center, shared pictures from our Paint and Snacks event. How creative and joyous is that? It was absolutely positively wonderful to see their creations and the pride in their faces, and Mary's face as she spoke about it. There's something about working with people being a witness to their journey, helping them through patches and cheering their success that can't fully be described. It's people reaching their personal goals, realizing their worth, and having those aha moments that inspires me.
You know, it's also called a big heart. And you obviously have it. Obviously, you both do. You have to have it for what you're doing here. You know, by the way, when you were a teenager a couple years ago, so it's all kind of worked out that way. Yeah, I know. Ladies and gentlemen, Thomas Silvowski, thank you for your donation. Jill and John McDonough, John McCarthy, Christopher Yarborough, keep those donations coming. We keep on. The total is going up. We still need your support. We hope you're enjoying it. We hope, once again, that you're enjoying the evening. I realize you probably have to turn me down every time I come on as opposed to everybody else. But you know what? How do you not get excited when you know you're making a difference? This is absolutely fantastic. Let's go to the next number if we can. Julie, well, we're going to go to 500, and I wanted your donation, which will help food packages for 10 individuals struggling with food insecurity. Can you imagine? I mean, personally, if you're hungry, you're thirsty, how do you study? How do you concentrate to improve yourself? I don't know, but just $500 donation will help with that. Julie, I asked Tanya this. I'm going to ask you this. What inspires you to do the work that you're doing?
Yeah, you know what, Keith, I've been here now for 23 years and I am still inspired every day. Let me give you an example. This pandemic, and we continue to talk about, but I don't know how not to. People were living in fear. People didn't want to go outside. Sometimes I would come to work and there'd be nobody on the road. You know what? Our staff made sure when the vaccine became available, they took them themselves. They took our participants one by one, sometimes 5, 6, 7, 8 people a day at a time, cleaned their car. They didn't let the fear stop them or, just the concern for themselves. They made sure they were safe and others were safe too, and said, we're going to get through this like any other challenge that they've ever gotten through before. They were going to get through it. That to me, is inspiring. When again, you don't shake hands anymore. You don't, and I'm people that come here, they know I like to hug. We're not even getting near one another, forget the hug. They inspire me. The strength and resilience, just like Jose's video. That, and Tanya mentioned this, that exemplifies so many of the people we see. And that strength and resilience really inspires me. Even when I think there's challenges I'm not gonna overcome, I really am reminded about the gifts and blessings that I have. People learned how to connect with one another when connecting seemed wrong. So the hope and the belief that things are possible and that opportunity exists are the inspiration for me to be motivated to do the work I can do to make sure that every single person that comes through our door reaches their goal and sees success.
That's awesome. Listening to you describe what motivates both of you, it comes down to this with everyone that I have met with Association House, and I'm the outsider. When a couple years ago, when I was asked to do this, you do your research and you find out about it and you can read everything. And I mean this sincerely. It's wonderful. It's great. You see all the programs, which are vital, but it's the people that are here and the heart. That's really what shows me. It's the heart of teaching everybody and working with everybody and not judging anybody. And just, you guys are awesome. You truly are. And everybody on here, including Vachin Young, who just donated, Prasine Nath, thank you, Nancy Johnson, Jim Benerick. These are people that are, Claire Bowens, thank you for your donation. Thank you. All right, we love it, we love it, we love it. We're going to move on here in a minute. However, Tanya, which I did announce that. Tanya, I got to ask you something. So I'm going through the website to get more information to be prepared, because obviously doing this is a little different when you're then at a live event. But I went and looked at the mission statement. And for those of you watching at home, as I bow my head down to read it, because I want to read it word for word. Your mission is to serve a multicultural community by providing comprehensive, collaborative, and effective programs in English and Spanish. We promote health and wellness and create opportunities for educational and economic advancement. What does that mean to you?
Oh, yeah, that's another good question, Keith. You're just rolling with them tonight. You know, it's imperative. Yeah, I think it's important that people feel comfortable, heard, understood, and respected by the people working with them. So our mission means we keep striving toward cultural competence and inclusivity. We communicate with our participants in their chosen language. We provide equitable care and experiences. And lastly, but most importantly, we hire the most incredible staff to carry it forward.
That's awesome. You know, I got a little excited, ladies. I skipped over a major donation level, $1,000, which will help. Remember, we did the 15. You were going to give 1,000. You jumped up to that 15, and we thank you, thank you, thank you. The $1,000 level, a year of integrated primary care health services for an individual with a developmental disability who is better served at the house than in a traditional doctor's office. We just saw that with Jose and all his friends. How awesome is that? Also, for $1,000, substance abuse treatment services for an individual tackling addiction head on. That's what $1,000. Now, mind you, folks, once again, whether you donated the 1,000 or the 5,000 or the 50 or the 100, whatever dollar amount you want to donate, continue donating. We're up to $95,885, which is awesome. Keep them coming up. We just have a couple more levels. Then we're going to move on a little bit and then come back to it. But you have all those. You have all these great numbers. We have a lot of people participating. But for $250, you can help 2 students with a month of mentoring service. That's cool. So a month of mentoring services for $250. Your $100 donation helps with income support services to help an individual access additional resources needed to stabilize their family. You have said it earlier. I know it's said in family is so important for the education and the benefit and moving on. You guys, awesome. You've already brought that up. And then $50 for HIV testing for 4 individuals. That's $5,000, $2,500, $1,500, $1,000, $500, $250, $100, $50, or whatever that number you wanted to donate. You just go up top, you hit the donate button. That's that big green button. I'm going to ask Deshaun here in a little bit if anyone's been talking to us. And so we'll get some of that on, see what's going on there. One final question. Julie, I'm going to start with you.
Okay.
If someone hasn't given yet, why should they donate?
Oh my gosh. Wow. So, well, first of all, you know, what an incredible way to make a difference. I think it's important to donate to a community organization anytime, but to give tonight to Association House in the midst of a pandemic, it allows us, you know, it allows you to help us to reach our community, to provide the critical services and supports that they need. And quite honestly, you know, it might be more important now this year than before. If you haven't given, you don't have to give at the highest level. You know, many times people are asking me, you know, when they hear what we're doing, how can I help or what can I do? You know, this is a really important way is to help us have the resources to continue the work that we're doing. And every single dollar counts. So if you want to give $10 or, you know, you feel like you can't give a lot, honestly, every dollar counts. And tonight we're excited for this. And we thank every single one of you that's already given and those that are still thinking about it. Please do. And I know this is a fundraiser, but we always want people to come out and see us, and you can give in that way too. But tonight, we want to see your name there. And again, thank you so much.
Thank you, Julie. Tanya, right before I get to you, we've had a bunch of people just come on. Bachin Young, Jim Benerick, Helena Stengel, Hugo Rodriguez, Blake Smith, Brandon Hill, Flor Esquivel. Yes, I think I got that right. Thank you for all your donations. Keep those dollars going. We're up to $96,135. We're going to hit that 115 tonight, folks. I know it. Tanya.
Yes.
I'm going to leave you with the final word. Why should they give?
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure, Keith. But, I'm going to be a little dramatic. The reason why is because lives depend on it. You're part of this team. You're here tonight because you're the bomb. A pebble thrown into a pond will make it ripple just as a boulder will. But the question is, how far will your ripple reach? Will it reach an individual, a family, or will it shift the generation? That's the question.
That's awesome. Julie and Tanya, I cannot thank you enough for joining us. You've absolutely made this segment much more enjoyable and informative. And I know just from listening to everybody, you two are very highly regarded, and your love of the association and what you do shows just by watching you and listening to you. Thank you so much for this evening. I know you're going to stay online, but enjoy the rest of the night.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everybody so far for their incredible generosity, but we're not done yet, so keep those donations coming. Something right here. The Fund in Need is going to stay open till Sunday, 5 p.m. That's right, Sunday, 5 p.m. So if someone couldn't make watching it this evening, but still wants to donate, whether it's an aunt, whether it's an uncle, whether it's a brother, sister, a friend, a business associate, just anybody, we're going to leave it open till Sunday, 5 p.m. So not only are we going to really eclipse that 115, we're going to knock it out of the park, but we still need your donations. Remember, up top, hit that donate button. Okay, I always laugh at this because if there's one person that anyone that's come to the Association House for the last 47 years knows who this person is. She is a staple, and it's so exciting that I get to introduce before the video, our 2020 Spirit of Hope awardee, Harriet Sandowskis.
My parents were immigrants that arrived in the community of Association House back in the late 1950s. My mom started going to Association House when I was a child. As a kid, I didn't understand what the place was all about, but I kept going. In 1973, I took a secretarial position at the house, and they were looking specifically for people who were bilingual. As I fell in love with the neighborhood, the community, and the staff, I decided to spend my career here. Well, working in a settlement house, a nonprofit agency, you learn how to be resourceful. Resources are always scarce every time you take on a little bit more. So eventually was afforded the opportunity to serve as the executive director at Association House. In that time, we faced many challenges. The resilience of the staff and the community kept me going. Because this was never about a job. It was about connecting with people, the people that you work with, the people that you serve. It was about the intimacy of knowing and understanding what and who I was and how I could play a role in this organization. We're bound by a mission to serve people who are underserved. Neighbor helping neighbor was something we all lived by.
Harriet is just an inspiration anyway. In general, I think she inspires many. She leads by example. There is no better person that exemplifies integrity and hard work, and with grace and with class, and very humble. If you're inspired by the work of the Association House, you're inspired by Harriet. We call her the baby whisperer. She can soothe a baby instantly. Even though she's officially retired, she is still involved. We see her at least once a week. She does not see limits and barriers. Her steadfast nature expanded our services, moved us into new locations, and inspired countless people to join our mission. And she makes us feel like we can accomplish anything. The holistic way we approach our work is rooted in her leadership. She knew that the people we serve is what defines Association House. They are the heartbeat of this work.
We live in a society whose systems do not allow everyone to have a dignified life. I think we live in a world that doesn't recognize the value of every human being and their full potential. Settlement houses have survived for hundreds of years to fill that void. As Association House transforms for the needs of the future, my wish is that we understand this. This work is not a job, it is a mission, and that mission continues. It's bigger than our building, it's the spirit of the community. We treat each other with respect, dignity, and care. We see our collective humanity and dedicate ourselves to providing opportunity for our neighbors.
In her 47-year career at Association House, Harriet grew the organization beyond what we thought was possible. When we say her impact was immeasurable, we cannot stress enough the truly infinite legacy of her work. Harriet, we thank you for your hands-on approach and dedicated leadership over the years, and particularly over the last year during the pandemic. Your contributions to the House, its participants, and the community have been a critical part of the 122-year legacy of the Association House. It is for these reasons that we present the Spirit of Hope Award to you, Harriet, for your leadership and years of service with the organization. May our community be inspired to take up your mantle, Harriet, and to build beyond what we think is possible. Thank you again for all of your contributions to the House over the years, and welcome.
Thank you, Cindy, and thank you to all of the Association House family. I'm honored to receive this award and accept it on behalf of the immigrant women of 1899 who came together to support each other and their families in a new community. On behalf of our founders who established this settlement house in the spirit of neighbor helping neighbor. On behalf of the community we continue to serve. On behalf of dedicated and passionate staff who carry on the tradition of service. On behalf of everyone, past, present, and future, who cares and supports the House. My journey at Association House would not have been possible without the values my parents shared with me. And I've always had the love and understanding of my daughter, Laura, her husband, Fred, and my grandchildren, Liliana and Fred. The years have passed quickly, and they still don't believe that I have retired. But the Association House family will always be part of my life and holds a special place in my heart. In the spirit of hope, continue to embrace our mission, and together we will continue to make a difference. Celebrate this evening, be inspired. Until we meet again, my thanks to all of you.
Harriet, I'm happy that you're here, and I'm happy that I was able to give it to you, the award you deserved. I wish it could have been in person and in a big room, and I could have given you a hug, as do probably many of the board members. Collectively, because of the pandemic, we did not get to celebrate the way we would have liked to. We will. We will at some point, but we did not get to yet. And so I think it just makes it a little more emotional because we didn't get to spend the time together we would have probably spent together before.
Yeah, I think the emotional part for us is that we are truly a family at Association House, and we're used to being together, and we miss the hugs. It's a close and personal. People don't do this work as volunteers on the board or staff at the house. It's beyond that. We have passionate people, and we want to be together, and this has been a big challenge for all of us. Thank you. Our time will come.
That it will.
And we will be together in good health and in good spirits.
And a big hug.
And a big hug.
Harriet, you are truly an inspiration to all of us. What an unbelievable career, and we can sure see it comes from the heart. Thank you so much, and congratulations on your award. Very well deserved. In fact, I know everyone's clapping at home. I think we need to clap more. I can hear, I hope you can hear everybody here in the office that we are doing this with, which, by the way, just so you know, we are all being socially distanced, so we have plenty of room there. People are wearing masks. It's absolutely wonderful. Everything that has been done here to create an atmosphere that hopefully you're enjoying and donating to, because now we are over $97,000, and that's because of your generosity. Come on, folks, let's get that to that 115. Keep them coming in. This anonymous person, they just keep on donating. Thank you, thank you, thank you with your 250. By the way, Bashan Harper Young, I learned how to pronounce your first name. Thank you so much for understanding. They say you're the sweetest lady in the world, so I just wanted to correct that. Folks, we just have a few tickets left on our raffle. Remember the one that's $100? We're only selling 100. You get your choice of destinations, the 3 choices. Please do that because we are getting ready to draw that very, very, very shortly. So please, donate that button. Keep on hitting that donate button. Give us some chat. Give us some chat. We did notice that Tanya and Julie got some great reviews. Keep it up. They love to hear it. It's the way it should be. Now, I'm going to turn over to the Association House CEO, Juan Carlos Linares, who's going to introduce, and Development Director Lillian Bowie, to present the 2021 Spirit of Hope Award to Dr. Marina Del Rios.
This year's awardee, Dr. Marina Del Rios, Director of Social Emergency Medicine at the University of Illinois, Chicago, is a fierce voice for health equity. Her work with the Illinois Heart Rescue Project has dramatically increased the survival rate of out-of-hospital cardiac arrest victims in Chicago, especially in low-income minority communities. During the pandemic, Dr. Del Rios served on the front line, treating COVID-19 patients, and became a well-known advocate for Latino communities hardest hit by the pandemic. In April of last year, she partnered with other medical professionals to create the Illinois Latino COVID-19 initiative known as Illinois Unidos, which has worked to address the economic and health disparities exacerbated by the pandemic, and of which Association House of Chicago is a proud member. In December of last year, Dr. Del Rios became the first person in Chicago to receive the COVID-19 vaccine. You may have seen her on your news program or in your social media. Since then, she's continued to champion the safety of the vaccine, the need for equitable access, and the imperative of addressing underlying health disparities in low-income communities. Like with the mission of Association House, Dr. Del Rios believes in holistic care that addresses the immediate needs as well as the root issues while centering the community voice. Those we serve have been and continue to be directly impacted by her advocacy work. That is why we are proud to present Dr. Del Rios with our 2021 Spirit of Hope Award. And now I have the distinct honor of welcoming Dr. Marina Del Rios. Dr. Del Rios, thank you for being here with us.
Thank you. It's a real honor, and I'm humbled by the recognition. As an emergency physician who has been on the front lines of the pandemic since it first started, I can attest that this has been a really hard year, not only for healthcare workers, but for our community as a whole. For those of us in the front lines, we've not only seen multiple patients that look like us, Black, Latino communities, low-income community members. We've lost coworkers, we've lost friends, we've lost family members. Early on in the pandemic, we worried about our capacity to keep our patients safe. We worried about bringing COVID home to our families. We worried about getting ourselves sick. And as we witnessed, a lot of our essential workers, the backbone of our economy, many of them undocumented, choosing to die at home because of concerns about healthcare costs, fear of being deported, fear of not having their families at their side during their sickest days. All of those stories stuck with me when I returned home from a shift and made me pause before making it home to allow myself to cry the tears of anger, frustration, and sadness. But we carry on, doing the best that we can with the resources we have. Because if there's something that I learned from my mom as I was growing up, hacemos de tripas corazón, we mend hearts out of guts. I guess one silver lining of the pandemic has been that we're having more open, honest conversations about social justice. The COVID-19 pandemic has brought together true cross-sectoral partnerships where community leaders, like the people from Association House, from the Puerto Rican Agenda, from Illinois Unidos, of which I'm a member, along with elected officials, with public health experts, with frontline workers, have come together to meet the urgent challenges of the devastating public health and economic impact in our communities. And now we're evolving to address both immediate and long-term challenges faced by Latinos and by other communities of color, and to address the root causes of the inequities that the pandemic broke, exacerbated, and exposed. So I say all of this because while I'm being recognized today and I appreciate the honor and I'm humbled by the honor, the truth is that this award really should be shared with so many other amazing community leaders, wonderful, strong, resilient members and volunteers who continue to advocate and work to keep our communities safe. Again, this pandemic has brought a lot of darkness, but in the words of Martin Luther King, I would like to remind folks that when the world is all messed up, the nation is sick, trouble is in the land, confusion all around, I know somehow that only when it is dark enough can you see the stars. Thank you.
Dr. Del Rios, you've been an inspiration to members of our community, to members of our staff, even to our board of directors. How did you feel when COVID-19 first began attacking our communities and we really saw the need in the Latino communities? What was it for you that really motivated you to become a leader in our community?
Well, when cases started being reported in the news, I realized that there was an absence of the Latino narrative. There really wasn't much of a focus on the fact that so many people, especially younger folks that were working age, were getting very sick and dying. And I felt that it was my responsibility to call attention to this. It was interesting because I was getting messages from colleagues of mine that worked in other hospitals asking me what the heck is happening in the Latino community. Every single person I've taken care of, I've hospitalized, has been Latino. And obviously, the answer to most of us was pretty obvious. When other people were able to shelter at home, our community was still working, keeping the economy running, keeping everyone else fed and cared for. And it seemed like we were kept invisible out of the mainstream narrative. How can we use some of the legislation and policy proposals that we push forth to keep our essential workers safe, and also thinking through what it means to giving people paid time off so that they don't make themselves sicker or injure themselves more at work? Thinking about what our students need in terms of support in our youth so that they can return to school and make up for the time lost in this last year, ensuring that kids have access to the technological resources and also the social support systems to recover. Many of our kids are now left without family members, without their grandmas, without their parents, even many of them. And so making sure that our undocumented people or people with uncertain immigration status are included in these conversations, because after all, Latinos and largely undocumented Latinos contribute tens of billions of dollars in tax revenue to this country, and they deserve to have resources so that they can continue doing the essential jobs that so many other people don't want to do.
Yeah, from policy issues to wraparound services. I mean, there's so much to think about. With with us being centered with the issue of COVID, there's just so many issues for us to think about. And I'm so glad that you're working on those issues day to day. At this point, I'd be happy to have us be joined by our Director of Development, Lillian Bowie, who is not only our in-house director and producer for our Faces of Hope Gala here, but who will dialogue with us, and hopefully you'll be able to answer some of her questions as well.
Thank you for welcoming me into the conversation, Juan Carlos. And Marina, thank you so much for being here with us tonight. I've loved listening to you, and especially what you said about Latino voices being left out of the narrative. And I wonder what positive changes you feel you've seen over the last year and a half that we've been experiencing this pandemic.
I always say that the silver lining in this has been how a community has come together. And really, I always say that I'm not here to speak on behalf of others, but rather speak alongside and amplify their voices. We're pushing our leaders and holding them accountable for using the words that often are swept under the rug, right? So for talking about things like structural racism and xenophobia and the importance of having cultural and language competency, the importance of pushing forth social justice as a way of achieving health justice. I think all of that has been one positive thing of this pandemic, of just rethinking the way that we come up with solutions to problems. And so the question remains whether that'll hold past the immediate crisis of the pandemic. And I hope so. I think we've seen a lot of really remarkable leaders rise to the occasion that I'm hoping we'll continue seeing pushing forth good things for our community. And so what I'm hoping is that as we move forward, that our representation, not only in government, but also in health administration, at universities, at corporations, that there is more of a representation of the diverse voices in this country so that we can ensure that everyone's voice is heard and we can make our society better.
I think you summed up perfectly why you're receiving this Spirit of Hope Award, because you inspire us every day by being a voice for that change. I want to ask you a final question that actually goes back to during the pandemic. You were treating patients, you were advocating, you were taking care of your own family, you were continuing to teach. I wonder, when so many of us were just doing the best we could to hold on and to hold on to a piece of hope, what kept you going during that time?
Is really people like the people in Association House, people like the people that are members of the Illinois Unidos group. It was knowing that we're all in this together, and that the solution to any problem doesn't fall on each one of us individually, but rather on the collective efforts of all of us as a family. And so in many ways, I felt that wherever I had the energy, it was my turn to pick up other people's slack, to help each other out, whether it was my neighbor or my colleague at work that needed a day off, finding time to, meet with the Racial Equity Rapid Response Team to talk about solutions for COVID testing, contact tracing, whatever the case was, it was always thinking that at least if we were always thinking about solutions moving forward, even on my worst of days, there was still a light at the end of the tunnel.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for speaking with us. I do want to thank you for your time, and thank you for being a voice. We so appreciate you and are honored to be having you with us as our Spirit of Hope honoree this year.
Thank you for having me, and again, I'm incredibly honored and humbled, and and I do what I do out of love. So
absolutely. I'll just add that, you know, you just described it perfectly through the hardships, through the emotion, through the overwhelming feelings of, you know, this is just weighing us down. It is just that we embrace each other, we support each other, and we come through seeing the light. And we're almost there. We're not quite there yet, but as Lillian just mentioned, we are tremendously honored that you would be our 2021 Spirit of Hope Award winner. And we're here to support each other, and we look forward to working together to get through this pandemic. So thank you, Dr. Del Rios.
thank you.
What can we do for you? What can community members do to support you at the front lines, or the viewers that are watching tonight? What kind of support would you like to see for the medical community?
I think we just need more people from our communities to get into healthcare. And it doesn't mean all nurses and physicians. I think we need people in healthcare at every single echelon of it, right? We need healthcare administrators, and we need researchers so that we can better understand the structural inequities that are affecting our community, right? I just wrote a piece with Silvia Puente on the invisibility of Latinos out of the COVID narrative. Well, part of that is because no one's studying it. We're needing more emergency physicians now. But because we need more, I need more people like me. I need more people along my side so that we can continue this fight together. So I think that that's the biggest thing, just ensuring that we're advocating for our youth, and that we're nurturing our youth so that they can pursue careers and make change.
That's great. So once again, Dr. Del Rios, we really appreciate you being with us and sharing your time and your experiences. And congratulations again on the Spirit of Hope Award.
Oh, thank you. Oh, one more thing. Everyone get vaccinated. That's the one thing that you can do to support me so that I don't have to see more COVID patients. Please get vaccinated. Please advocate for your friends and family who have not gotten vaccinated. Talk to them and, you know, reassure them and hold their hand when they go get their shot, because yeah, I mean, COVID has been devastating in our community, but we have a way of stopping it. And it's just by ensuring that we're all protected.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And that's all of our work, right? That's every single one of us, our job to do. So thank you for that reminder. And thank you again for joining us.
Thank you, Dr. Del Rios. Wow, could you have any better than 2020, 2021 Spirit of Hope Award winners? Spectacular, wonderful conversations. I hope that you in the audience got to meet or learn a little more about Doctor. Thank you so much, well deserving. By the way, we're up to $98,000, so keep those donations coming in. You guys are rocking it. Really, really, really exciting here. I have to tell you, now's my favorite part of the evening. However, it's going to be a little different. We are going to go, you need to go on your donate button. We're going to do the live auction. So you need to go on your donate button. We are going to number 109. That is the private tours in Sonoma, California. And I'll tell you how we're going to do this. By the way, Tanya Wade, Julie Rodriguez, thank you for your donations. Yes. Fund a Need is still open. Silent auction is still open. We are ready. We are ready to rock. Let me tell you about the private tours in Sonoma. This is a really cool package, ladies and gentlemen. It is a 3-night stay in a standard Fairmont room. That's 1 king, 1 queen at the Fairmont Sonoma Mission Inn and Spa. It is, you have daily breakfast for 2, private VIP tour, tasting, picnic lunch for 2 at the Benzinger Family Winery in Sonoma, private VIP tour and tasting for 2 at Imagery Estate Winery in Sonoma. 6 consecutive hours. You're being chauffeured, so you don't have to worry about driving or Ubering or any of that other kind of stuff. Here's what it is. This resort has a natural mineral spring, hot spring set in the heart of the California wine country. It has a European tradition style to it. The Fairmont Sonoma also features its Michelin star rated Sante restaurant. The Benzinger Family Winery. Learn about Benzinger's way they make wine, their biodynamic growing practices. You also are going to get a behind the scene vineyard tour. Visit the gardens and wine caves and taste award-winning wines in a private setting. A picnic basket of locally sourced ingredients is included for lunch. Okay, I'm going to read one more thing and then I'm going to tell you something here. Then enjoy a private tasting for two at Imagery's special varietals. Imagery, also part of the Benzinger family, is the hidden gem in wine country. A winery that produces just 9,000 cases per year, unique cases, award-winning cases a year. It's not distributed outside of the winery. Imagery also houses the world's largest collection of contemporary original artwork commissioned for the wine labels. Learn how art and wine go together. I have to tell you, folks, Sonoma right there, you're going to stay at the hotel. It's beautiful. You walk in, it's gorgeous. Right to the right is their winery. Gorgeous. They treat you wonderful. Here's something else that's kind of cool. You are only like a block and a half away from their square that has a million different restaurants. And I'm talking good restaurants, hot dogs, but everything all the way up to the top. Tons of different places to try other wines. It is awesome. Then when you go to the wineries, when they take you on the tour, they're not giving you little sips like we're used to, whatever. They're actually pouring you a glass. They'll tell you about it. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of interactive. And what's really cool, as they had said, when you get to Imagery, they have contests. Artists from around the world submit their art to be on the wine. It is so cool. It is so fun. It's really a classy deal. You'll love it. We have started out. And we started out at $23.50, which Shannon Benjamin had started to donate, but Kathleen Smith went from $23.50 to $24.50. So I'm going to ask, you don't know how bad I want to go. $24.50 now, $5.50, able to buy now, but you better give forward. I'm $25.50, $25.50, able to buy now, but you better give. It's really $25.50. I know you're having a harder time understanding over the Zoom, but listen. All you have to do is keep on bidding. We have $24.50, give $25.50, go right in there. It's number 109. Folks, I am telling you, this is a trip you will absolutely love. I am telling you, the hotel is great. It's beautiful, actually. And the area is great. When you go to the wineries, it's really fun. The dinners are fantastic. Once again, I have $24.50. We'll give $25.50. Hey, put them on, but you better get voted on $25.50. $2,550. I'm just going to ask one more time at $25.50. Just keep them coming. I promise you, you will have, oh, I forgot to tell you. You get 2 years to go on this trip from tonight. 2 years. Pandemic's over. We'll all have our shots. We'll all be safe. Who doesn't want to travel? And by the way, traveling, let me think. California, Sonoma, wine. Sounds like a great trip to me. And folks, once again, you get 2 years to use it. What I'm going to do is, as I have $24.50, as I have Kathleen Smith, we're going to keep those donations coming for it, the bids on it. We are going to close that item. They have asked me to do this. We're going to do it. We're going to close this item. We're not doing it with all of them, but we're going to close this item Sunday at 5 p.m. So Shannon, Kathleen, make sure that you are paying attention. Keep on donating to it. Make sure you're the last donator, that you make the last donation to win the. This is live TV, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to make mistakes, but keep that going. Our next item. Miami South Beach Getaway. Enjoy all the South Beach has to offer, located directly across from the world famous South Beach in Miami's entertainment district. Up to 4 guests can stay up to 5 nights along the best stretch of Miami. How many? 4 of you. How long? 5 nights. Your beachfront stay is at an Art Deco hotel registered as an historic site. Once again, you're going to stay at the Hilton Grand Vacations at McAlpin Ocean Plaza. That's in Miami. The Art Deco inspired 1-bedroom suite with seating area with sleeper sofa. Hotel amenities include a rooftop deck. How cool is that? As you're having a cocktail, you're up tall. Whirlpool, on-site fitness center. You're going to get $500 in American Express, American Airline gift cards towards flights, anything else that you need. So that is a fun thing. Couple rules in it. You can't transfer the certificate. That's obvious. Oh, get this. Certificate is good for the summer of 2021 through the full year of 2022. It December 15th, it expires. So once again, you have all the time in the world to go do this. Beautiful, beautiful. You can see, look at the pictures we have right here. Oh my gosh, look at this. I have to do this just because it's fun. It started at $1,000 with Cynthia, and then we went with Monica, then Cynthia, Monica, Cynthia, Larry. Then we went Alexander, and then Mr. Knopf, and then Alexander again, then Monica. But here's what we're going to do. I had 1,000. Now we live at another better now. So another better now. So another better now. 15 to the better now. 15 to the better now. 15, 15, 15. Now 16. Yes, I'm having fun. It's very hot here too. They have big lights on us. 1,500, 1,600, 17, 18. Now 1,900. I need $2,000. We have $2,000. Monica. That's right. Monica is at 1,900. Alexander. Come on. Oh, I know who you are. She needs to go on a vacation, Alexander. Come on. Right there. All I need is $2,000. Keep it up. By the way, folks, I have one of these. The last bidder is going to sell it. I am going to sell it tonight, right now. So I have 18 now, 19 now, 2. I'm at 2,000. You better get home. I'm at 2,000, 2,000. I have $1,900. I'm asking for $2,000. Come on, Alexander. Come on. I can say this because she's sitting right next to me. Is your wife not worth an extra $100? Come on, let's go. And 1,000 right here. I have 2,000. I'm at 1,900, 2,000. I'm only going to let it go for about another 15 seconds. So please, if you're bidding, proceed. Don't give up now. You're so close. You're at 17. Right there at Monica. Oh, yes, I've got $2,000. That's it, Alexander. Monica, do not let Alexander do this to you. Give me 2,100 on it all the way. All right, we have $2,000. Now 1. I'm at 21, 21, 21. You put a man up, you better get hold of $21 better. You put a man out, $1 better now, $1 better right here. It's at 1, 1, 1. Give me 1, give me 1, give me 1, 1, 1, give me 1, give me 1. Everybody, 1, 1, 1. By the way, sounds a lot better if you're still drinking your Tito's that was there, but here we go. $2,100. I have 2,000. Here's what I'm going to do. Literally, I'm watching my watch. In 15 seconds, I'm going to close it. So 15 seconds. Now we have 10 seconds at $2,100. Monica, one more time, Monica. Let's keep it going. One more time. Here we go at 21. Here with about 1, 21, 21, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, Larry, yes, here we go. I have 2,100. Larry Andritic, thank you. I'm at 21. Hey, guess what? Alexander, you're close. You thought you were going to give 25, 27 for it anyway. You know that you and your lovely wife need to go celebrate. We have Larry at 21. Who'll go 22? Who'll go 2,200? I'm going to do this again. Now, this is fun because we do have bids on it. For all of you that are watching, I hope you're enjoying this too. But we have 2,100, $2,200. I'm at 22. Alexander, one more time. Put a man up with you. Get vote. I'm 2,200, 2,200, 22. By the way, they don't have it up there. You're right across from the most famous beach in the country, right here. Beautiful. You're in the heart of the entertainment district. Beautiful, beautiful hotel. Look at that. You are right there. 22. Ready to put a man up, but you better get voted. 2,200, 2,200. Get another money now too. 22, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I can sell this, right? Oh, yes, we got it at $2,200. Now I need 23. I'm at 23. Hey, what about you better get fun? Now, this is the way it should be. Little quicker here. 22, 23, 22, 3. Larry, come on back with me. Hit that button so we can get moving. 10, 9. What comes after 9? Oh, 8. That's actually before, right? 8, 7, 6, 5. By the way, if you're wondering, when I asked that, I actually had people telling me what comes after 9 or before 9, but that's okay. 5, 4, 3 for 2,300. 2, 1. Larry! 2,300 from Larry. Alexander, you going 24. 2,400. What's happening here, ladies and gentlemen, if you're wondering how this works, by the time you push that button, then it has to go through and we're refreshing the screen. That's why it's taking a little longer than our another auction. We just have a couple more items. We're going to get through this right here. But Alexander, you've been with me the whole way. It's awesome. Would you like to give 2,400? It's that forward. The bidder now forward. He put a man up, but you better give forward 2,400. $2,400. I only have one of these at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hit refresh one last time, and I sold it to Larry. Thank you so much for $2,300, Larry and Ritich. I hope I pronounced that right because we sure appreciate it. For Alexander, thank you so much. All of you that donated, all of you that were bidding on it, thank you so much. Let's go to the next item here. By the way, last call, you literally have like 1 minute for the raffle. That's the $100. We're only selling 100 tickets for your choice of 3. We are closing that here in about 15 seconds, so keep it going. 15 seconds they just showed me, so get your last bids in. Our next item, Cabo Ocean View Getaway. This is number 111 on your screen. This is a 4-night stay in an Ocean View Deluxe Standard Room at the Hilton Los Cabos Beach and Golf Resort in Cabo. Daily breakfast for 2, concierge service. Here's what it is. 4-night, Ocean View. You're going to stay for 2 of you, which has daily breakfast for 2 of you at this 4-diamond hotel located on the Inlet Bay in the Sea of Cortez. Your room has a private balcony. Great for a couple or couple ladies, couple gentlemen going out there, however you want to do it. Sumptuous linens and richly appointed furnishings created from handcrafted wood. This hotel offers exclusive access to the only swimming allowed beach in Los Cabos. That's right. That's right. The only beach they have there. You're going to have state-of-the-art fitness center. You have the spa, the tennis courts, all those great things. Also, you have unbelievable restaurant, presents a refined Mexican, American, and international menu. Unbelievable. Enjoy the expansive daily breakfast buffet. Here's what's really cool too. The nearby activities, world famous game fishing, yellowfin tuna, the illustrious blue marlin, hiking, horseback riding, nature tours along the unique desert terrain of the Baja Peninsula. There are 6 championship golf courses that have been built from designed by Robert Trent Jones Jr. and Jack Nicklaus. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is an unbelievable package. You get 2 years to use it. 2 years to use it. So let's see who we have bidding on that. Hey, that's right. All right, put it on. We had 19. Now we have 2 with Cynthia. All right. Hey, put them on up. I got to print them out. Hey, put them on up. Here we go. The reason I'm doing this, I want to see this because I want to make sure that I have. But Sean, you're in. You were in at 19. I have Cynthia that has 2,000. But Sean, I need you at 2,100. I'm at 21. Got the better now. One. Hey, put them up. You better get photo of 2,100. I'm at 21. Hey, put them up. You better get photo of 2,100. 2,100. Hey, put them up. You better get. That's $2,100. That's $2,100. Let's go. I'm at 2 bid 1. Hey, put them up. You better get photo. I'm at 21. I'm at 2,100. Hey, put them up. You better get photo of 21. 21. 21. All it is another $100 at $2,100, and you can have it. 21. Hey, put them up. You better get for it. Cynthia's at 2,000. Let's go, Sean, right there. $2,100. I'm at 21. Hey, put them up. You better get for it. 2,100. 2,100. 2,100. Oh no, here we go. 21. Hey, put them up. You better get for it. Here we go at 2,100. Yes, 21, gotta love it right here. I'm at 2,100. Hey, what about now too? Cynthia, 22. Cynthia, 22. Hey, what about now? But you better get photo of 2,200. Hey, what about now? But you better get 22. I have 2,100, 2,200. That's right. One more $100 right there. 22. Hey, what about now too? It's a bid. Hey, what about now too? Yes or no? 22. That's $2,200. That's $2,200. Here we go, Cynthia. Little quicker, Cynthia. You know you want to go to this. 22, 22, 21, 2, 21, 2. Hey, how about 22, 22, hey, what about now 2? 2,200. Can I sell it? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sell it, even though it's way too cheap. You got a great deal here at $2,100. We sold it at 21 to Vashan Young, right? So thank you so much. But here's the thing, Cynthia, if you will give $2,100 too, we'll let you go too. So for another 100, you both can go at the same amount. They'll make sure they have it. So you guys have that. So we'll make sure you're able to go if you come up $100 for this unbelievable trip. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our portion. We do have a Nashville trip that we are going to leave open till Sunday, 5 p.m. That's a great trip also. So Sunday at 5 p.m., you will also get that Nashville trip. So you will also have the private tours in Sonoma and the Nashville trip that we will leave open till Sunday, 5 p.m. Woo! Hope everyone enjoyed that. Keep those donations coming. We're still at 98,000. So Tanya Wade, thank you again. I know I announced it. Keep those donations coming for the Fund a Need, the silent auction. We are getting ready. We are getting ready to do our raffle drawing. However, Association House is an incredible organization. You know this. With every donation, every bid, and every raffle ticket, you are supporting the children and families counting on Association House to be there. We're about to share our final film of the evening. When we return, we'll select our raffle winner and hear a final message from our President CEO, Juan Carlos Linares. Please enjoy this movie.
Cada uno de nosotros nace en caminos diferentes.
Each of us are born at different starting lines.
No decidimos dónde empezar.
We have no choice where we start.
Mi historia no es tu inspiración.
My story is not your inspiration.
Es mi vida. It is my life.
Donde yo comienzo no tiene consecuencia.
Where I start is of no consequence.
Pero mírame cuando yo paso la meta.
Just watch me finish.
Mira cómo me levanto.
Watch me rise.
Todos los que entran por esta puerta están listos.
Everyone who comes through these doors is ready.
Listos para levantarse.
Ready to rise.
Para enfrentar los desafíos con honor.
To face challenges with grace.
Humor.
Humor.
Baile.
Dance.
Amistad.
Friendship.
Bravery and kindness and strength.
Y comunidad.
Community.
Association House no es un edificio.
Association House is not a building.
Es una misión.
It is a mission.
Para proveer oportunidades.
To provide opportunities.
Donde la sociedad nos falló.
Where society falls short.
It's just that neighbor helping neighbor and taking that and doing anything they can to support this kind of work.
Porque cuando uno triunfa,
because when one of us succeeds,
todos triunfamos.
We all succeed.
Don't sit on the sidelines. You could always do something.
And we always need your help, so don't think of us as just a momentary need.
Únete a nosotros mientras nos levantamos.
Join us as we rise.
I love that film. I absolutely love that film. They've all been great. There is just something about the Watch Me Rise film. I love it. You see the inspiration from them. You see the joy. You see the appreciation of what our Association House of Chicago does. And your donations are helping it, and keep those donations coming. You know, we have a bunch of names in the pot for the raffle, the 3 choices. And once again, those 3 choices will be the Island Getaway to Hilton Head, the Southwest Adventure in Albuquerque, and Explore the City in Denver. You will get an opportunity to choose which one you want to go on. So let's spin the wheel. Let's see who our winner is. And the drum roll comes, and I can't read it, so they're writing it down for me. Here we go. Tom Matthews. Tom Matthews, you are the winner. Congratulations. They'll be contacting you so you can have your choice. You know who the real winners are? All of you that donated and participated in it. And the real winners are the people that you are helping at Association House. Those are the real winners. Those are the real winners for the whole evening. Your generosity, sincerely, never ceases to amaze me. The heart and soul that all of you put in it. If I may, as I'm going to say goodnight here, but if I can just quickly say this. As everybody has pivoted, that's the new word I realized this year, but everyone has pivoted from a normal annual event. We cannot wait till next year when we can hug and we can shake hands and we can talk to one another like we've always loved and appreciated. However, all the work that all the people behind the scenes that are here right now to put this on, the phone calls, the emails, the late nights, the technology glitches that everyone fixes, no matter how many times it works right before you use it. There's been a lot of work with it. And on a personal basis, as I am standing up in front, so you see me, but there's been so many people working with it. And I want to thank all of you that have done it. I know it's your job, but it's not. You guys have put your heart and soul into it. And I personally want to thank you. And all of you out there, when you get an opportunity, just give them a little clap or a little pat. Not that they've asked for it, but trust me, on my end of it, I know what they've done. Once again, my name's Keith Jones with Sarah Jones Fundraising Auctioneers, and it truly is my honor and pleasure to have been here tonight. $99,560 right now. I know by the end of Sunday, we will hit $115,000 and more. Please keep your donations coming. Please tell your friends about it. Don't stop giving up on the silent auction. The Fund in Need, all that ends on Sunday at 5 p.m. Ladies and gentlemen, with great pleasure, I would love for everyone to end the evening watching and listening to Juan Carlos Linares, our president and CEO. Good night, everybody.
Friends, it has been a pleasure to share this evening with you. As you leave tonight, I hope you're left with a resounding sense of hope for the future, knowing that transformation comes through times of transition. And this has been a year of great transition. Through your support of Association House, you open the door for opportunity in our community. Opportunity for incredible individuals like Jose, who found friends and connection at Association House. Opportunity for our high school students, who seek to claim their fresh start after the conventional high school system left them behind. Opportunity for individuals seeking help with mental health or addiction. Opportunity for those in need of a job or a simple handout. For all we serve, Association House is a home. It's a place where individuals are treated with dignity and where they get the help they need. This is made possible only with your generous support. And whether you're a new friend or have known us for a long time, we want to say thank you. Thank you and good night.